Chelsea have entered the race to sign Youssoufa Moukoko. Chelsea are continuing their ventures into the wonderful world of wonderkids and have reportedly entered the race to sign 17-year-old Youssoufa Moukoko from Borussia Dortmund. The young striker has been tasked with filling in the gap Erling Haaland made when he left Dortmund this summer, and he is doing quite an admirable job considering his age at the moment. Chelsea are adamant about building for the future by signing the world's best young talents, and Moukoko is a player they may attempt to sign. According to Court Offside, Chelsea have joined the race to sign highly rated 17-year-old striker Youssoufa Moukoko from Borussia Dortmund. There are a number of Premier League clubs with interest at the moment, including Manchester United and Liverpool. It will be a heavy race for the player, who is admired by many clubs worldwide. Moukoko has 6 goals and 6 assists in 22 games for Dortmund this season, which is a highly impressive return for a player of his age. Contract talks between the player and the club have reportedly stalled, with Moukoko's current deal running out in June 2023. If the player does not sign a new deal, he can leave on a free next summer, which, considering his quality and potential, is a deal almost any top club will be desperate to complete. Keep an eye on Chelsea's interest in Youssoufa Moukoko. Chelsea view new Mason Mount contract as important priority. Rumours have circulated recently that contract talks between Chelsea and Mason Mount had stalled, after they had been ongoing since last year. The rumours coincided with Mount's poor form for Chelsea. The England midfielder has 18 months left on his deal at Chelsea, and is yet to sign a new contract to extend that stay. Mount is effectively the poster boy of Chelsea, and reports today are suggesting negotiations over a new contract are ongoing despite polarising rumours. According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea view a new contract for Mason Mount as an important priority going forward, and talks regarding a new deal are very much ongoing. Mount is a massive player for Chelsea, and seen as a huge part of the rebuild the club are expected to go through under Graham Potter and Todd Boehly in the coming months and years. Discussions have been ongoing in regards to the deal, and while it's not complete, it's something Chelsea do have confidence that they will complete. There are plans in place if they cannot come to an agreement, with Roma midfielder Lorenzo Pellegrini and Villarreal's Yeremy Pino 2 targets Chelsea have in mind, but they expect the deal to be signed and done. Mount has a massive World Cup ahead of him where he's expected to play a huge part, and his Chelsea future will likely be decided after that. Chelsea want to keep French midfielder N'Golo Kante. Chelsea want to keep N'Golo Kante, but it will all depend on his fitness in the second half of the season. N'Golo Kante's contract situation has been up in the air for a number of weeks at Chelsea now, and the situation has not been helped by the fact he hasn't played since the Tottenham game on the 14th of August. A recurring hamstring injury has hampered the midfielder's season, and that is in the back of Chelsea's mind when it comes to the situation with the player's new contract. The club ideally want to keep Kante, but it will all depend on his fitness in the second half of the season. According to Simon Phillips, the ideal situation for Chelsea is to keep hold of N'Golo Kante, but it will all ultimately depend on whether the player can prove his fitness in the second section of the season. Kante missed out on the France squad due to his recurring hamstring injury, and due to his age and recent injury record, Chelsea are worried about offering him a new deal in case nothing improves fitness-wise. The player wants to stay as he is happy in London, but the club want to see whether he can prove his fitness when teams return after the World Cup. Talks are way off for both parties at the moment, but there is an understanding that if Kante can stay fit, Chelsea will be interested in keeping him on and signing a new contract. Napoli striker Victor Osimhen tops Chelsea's wish list. The search for a new striker is something that is very important behind the scenes at Chelsea, and the club know it is something that they must get right going forward as they aim to return to the elite. Victor Osimhen has been in brilliant form for a Napoli team who can do no wrong at the moment, and if he didn't have suitors before this season, they are queuing up now to try and sign him. It will take a big fee to sign Osimhen from Napoli, but Chelsea are ready to invest in a position they believe is pivotal. According to Graham Bailey of 90 Minutes, Chelsea have Napoli striker Victor Osimhen on the very top of their wish list of potential strikers they could bring to the club in the coming months. The striking options for Chelsea right now are very bare, and new players are needed if they ever want to challenge again. Osimhen is one of the most informed strikers around right now, but has a price tag of around £100 million, and Chelsea are not the only club with special interest in him. The Blues will have to be quick if they want to sign the striker, with Manchester United also lurking and in desperate need for a new striker. Victor Osimhen to Chelsea is certainly two names to keep an eye on in the coming months. Chelsea are favourites to sign Palmeiras forward Endrick. Chelsea are firmly in the race to sign Endrick from Palmeiras, and reports are now suggesting that the Blues could actually be favourites to win the race for his signature over PSG and Real Madrid. Reports from Brazil are suggesting Chelsea are in pole position at the moment, and if the club did actually pull of the signing of the 16-year-old, it would be a massive win for the new owner Todd Boehly. The American would endeared into Chelsea hearts forever if he was to pull of the signing of a world superstar in the making. According to journalist Jorge Nicola, Chelsea are favourites to sign Brazilian forward Endrick, and are willing to make him the face of the club upon arrival. That is the promise Chelsea have made to the family of Endrick, which could certainly be what is currently winning them the battle over the other two European superpowers. Real Madrid and PSG have interest in Endrick, but Chelsea seem to be pulling away from the pack, with Endrick's family having already been to the Chelsea training ground to meet with Chelsea officials. The signing would be for 2024, and Chelsea are reportedly ready to catapult Endrick straight into the spotlight when he does arrive. It would be a risk, but the hype around Endrick suggests it's something he could certainly handle. Chelsea could replace Hakim Ziyesh with Leandro Trossard. Leandro Trossard has been heavily linked to Chelsea in recent weeks, and there is certainly substance in the rumours. Graham Potter wants a reunion with the Belgian, and he may actually get one. Hakim Ziyesh has been rumoured to be leaving Chelsea, and a move to AC Milan is certainly a possible destination for the man who named in Morocco's World Cup squad yesterday. The players could be linked to one another in the coming weeks, with one possibly making way for the other. According to Simon Phillips, Leandro Trossard could replace Hakim Ziyesh, who is being heavily linked to a move to AC Milan in recent days. The Milan links aren't new for Ziyesh, who was linked to the Italian club in the summer too, as well as having a failed move to Ajax due to the Dutch club refusing to pay the fee Chelsea wanted. Leandro Trossard is admired within the club at Chelsea, and is definitely a player they believe improves the offensive unit in place of Hakim Ziyesh. Trossard could certainly be the man who replaces the Moroccan winger. Nothing is imminent or concrete yet, but a good performance in the upcoming World Cup could seal a move to Chelsea for Trossard, who will be hoping for glory with Belgium. An interesting prospect for Chelsea fans, but an exciting one nonetheless.